Hi everybody, I'm John Lincoln with Ignite Visibility and welcome to another Ignite Visibility University. Today we're talking about social media and specifically this is an introductory video to social media marketing. I'm going to go over why social media, basically how we use social media to drive revenue and leads, how to get started with social media, and then 4 really important things to kind of action items for you to get going. But first, just social media is so important. It's something I've done for over 10 years now. I've used social media recently at a project where we did 3,000 visitors in the first couple weeks by using social media. Had a website at one point where we were getting about 40,000 visitors a day from social media. And I've worked with over 400 different businesses at this point to use websites like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Google Plus to drive significant revenue and leads to clients' websites. I remember one client, we did over 66,000 leads in 1 year from Facebook alone. And I've also built Facebook communities to millions and millions of visitors from nothing. So today, I'm not going to tell you all the nitty-gritty, okay? That's going to be in some of the more advanced videos. But today, I want to talk about laying the foundation for social media, what you need to know to get going. And so this video is really more for people who have almost never done it before, or they're looking to kind of reset and they're looking to take their social media and then they're looking to align it around specific goals. And if you don't have goals, if you don't know what you're going after for social media, then in my opinion, there's almost no reason to do it. So I think that everybody will get something out of this video. It's a really top level video. So let's jump into it. First, social media. Google Trends shows that social media is on the rise, right? So if you look at Google Trends, you can see more and more people are getting interested in social media. More people are joining these communities. It's an internet marketing channel that is growing. It is not going away, and it has grown every single year. And as we saw with the most recent president-elect, Donald Trump, he used social media to generate significant buzz, right? Each time that he did a tweet, and I don't care about anybody's political affiliation, but I think we can all agree that he used it in a very effective way to get more exposure. And you can just feel the power of it based off of that example. The ad targeting in social media has improved. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all of their ad targeting, Pinterest, Instagram is much, much better than it was 3 or 4 years ago. So it's shifting dollars away from, a Google AdWords or a Bing, and now a lot more people are moving it towards Facebook. You can do remarketing within Facebook. You can set specific demographics for LinkedIn. You can do great B2B ads for Instagram. An amazing place to do visual-based advertisements, and they're very effective for many of our clients now. So advertising has moved in a great direction. And these communities just keep growing. Every single one of these social sites is on an upward trend, which means that there's more of your demographic there, okay? Facebook, still just the behemoth of the social media world with 1.79 billion monthly users. Twitter's got 317 million users, and LinkedIn's at 433 million users total, right? For Twitter, that's 317 monthly users. And so the numbers are really there. And with all this stuff, it's such a great way to target your demographic, and you can even use it for things like PR and building relationships, which is something that we do a ton of here at Ignite Visibility, okay? But while all that's true, there's no reason to get involved in social media if you don't have a goal. Okay? And I'm talking about specific revenue goals, specific traffic goals, specific conversion goals, and specific awareness goals. And if you can set those, right, and you have realistic expectations by working with an expert, you can get people to go through your funnel of social media marketing. So what does that look like? Well, first, people become aware of your brand through social media, right? They might see a post and through that, they kind of learn who you are. Eventually you get some of their mind share. So down the road, they've seen so many updates from you that when they need your service, they already know about you, right? And they're going to turn into traffic, which then leads into revenue and leads for your website, okay? Now, all of this is done through 3 main methods, okay? And I like to look at that as advertising, earned, or owned. So advertising on social media you can be up and running immediately and running ads to social, right? Growing communities quickly or doing it on a cost per click basis while pushing somebody to your website. So that's really important. If you spend a little bit of money, you don't have to sit there forever and try to earn your social media, right? Which is this one, which is basically through community growth, through blogging, by creating great content, by tagging, interacting with other people, following other people, unfollowing other people, liking people's things, right? That earn side is very hard to do and it takes a lot of time. Much like SEO in that way, where you have to earn your rankings, where you could just be running paid at the very beginning, right? So advertising and earned, and then people forget a lot about owned. So when I say owned, I mean using things like your email, using things like your website to direct people to your social profiles. For example, there's a great third-party plugin called Sumo Me that you can install on your website. It will have a drop-down that says like your Facebook page. That would be an example of an owned, right? So using these three methods, you can accomplish these things right here, okay? And really for every person, you need to know what your goals are, okay? And I'm gonna talk more about that in a moment. But what I'd like to do now is kind of go to the next step. And that is, what do you need to do to get started in social media for the first time? Okay, so let's get into it. First, you need to gather data and create a persona strategy. I'm gonna put a link in the bottom of the video here, but you need to create personas first if you're gonna be successful in social media. So when I say personas, I mean basically models of the exact demographic that you're going after. Now, once you have those, you're gonna wanna do a competitive analysis, okay? And that competitive analysis should look like, look at where your demographic is online, where they are on these social media sites. How are you going to reach them on these social media sites? What type of content do they consume? What ads do they respond to? And what creative campaigns have been successful? So you'll physically create a Google Sheet, and inside of these sheets, you'll list each one of those items so that you've got really great data and you can kind of understand what's going to be successful for you on social media in order to help you accomplish your goals. Okay? And some great ways to do that are through using tools like BuzzSumo, socialmention.com, Facebook Insights, Twitter Analytics, YouTube Analytics, Pinterest Analytics, Instagram Analytics, LinkedIn, and of course, Google Analytics. Google Analytics has an awesome tab, okay, that shows social media. And then also on their conversions tab, they show you show you social interactions. So if there was an interaction via social media that led to a conversion or just played a role in that conversion, it can really help with your reporting and your justification for social media. So make sure you take a look at that. So we've talked about, why, getting started, kind of the basics of how you kind of lead to your goals. But the biggest thing that you're going to want to do is go through kind of these 4 action items to get started. So first, you're going to want to create communities, right? So you create a community and you grow that community by creating great content, but also by running ads to that community. You can spend $500 and you can have 3,000 people who like your Facebook fan page or your Facebook page, or you could not spend that $500 and you could have 10 people for 3 years, right? So you have to do advertising. And the same thing goes for your posts, right? You could do a post inside of Facebook and 4 people could see it, or you could do a post inside of Facebook and do advertising for it, and you could get 40,000 people to see it. So make sure that you're utilizing the power of advertising. Okay, you're going to want to create a content calendar, and in the next video I'm going to talk about how to create a content calendar, how to create a 3-month plan, something that uses all the power of this competitive data and then puts that into a format that's going to allow your company to be extremely successful. Okay. And then you're going to want to look at other interactive campaigns and then come up with your own interactive campaigns. Don't just do blogging. Don't just do social updates. Have a campaign, something that's different, that's going to make a big impact on your community so that you can get that major spike from social media, right? Those 20, 30,000 people in 1 month to your website that leads to big spikes in revenue and leads, right? And then finally, you're going to want to create a goal plan, right? So, and that should be around community growth. What are your goals? Say 20% per month, right? Or you want to get to 70,000 followers on Twitter by the end of the year, right? Which is something that I'm working on right now. Traffic and conversions, right? How much traffic and how many conversions are you looking to drive, right? What are your specific goals on a monthly basis? What does that look like from a tiered level? Hold your agency or your in-house social media team accountable for that. And then awareness and engagement. What's your current awareness level and engagement level? What are you shooting for in order to amplify that over time so you can continue growing social media and growing your business, okay? So these are some things to think about when you're getting started with social media. In future videos, I'm gonna go over how to set up your communities all the way from Facebook to LinkedIn to Twitter to Instagram to Google Plus to Pinterest. I'm gonna talk about, and YouTube, all the most important things that you need to keep in mind. I'm gonna dive into each one, talk about specific strategies, how we integrate that with blogging, your main website, how we integrate that with social media advertising, kind of what the whole plan looks like. But these are just some things for you to get started with, and I hope this was interesting to you. And I can't wait to see you for the next video. Have a great day.